An NET news article written by Bauer from May of this year states that food insecurity is defined as being without reliable access to nutritious and affordable food. It may come as a surprise to some that food insecurity is a real problem in Nebraska. Oftentimes, hunger and food insecurity are thought of as third world problems. However, their hunger crisis might be more severe. It is still a prevalent problem in Nebraska. I personally grew up in a community that struggled with food insecurity. Statistics show an alarming number of people, including children, are suffering from this ever-growing problem. The effects that food insecurity has in our community are devastating, and although there are resources available, they just really aren't showing to be enough. To begin, the overall statistics for food insecurity in Nebraska are really quite high. There is a nonprofit organization called Feeding America that is composed of food banks. They feed millions of people nationwide. They also perform a study called Map the Meal Gap every year, and the data from this study shows food insecurity on the local level. This study was updated on their website this year. However, it contains data from 2017. And this study showed that every county in Nebraska suffers from food insecurity. In addition, it revealed that child food insecurity rate in Nebraska is 18.4% in comparison to 11.6% for the overall population of Nebraska. A different article from Feeding America called What Hunger Looks Like in Nebraska, as well as Bauer from NET News, both share what the face of food insecurity looks like. 1 in 9 people and 1 in 6 are children that suffer from food insecurity. 223,170 people. Of those people, 82,370 are children that suffer from hunger just in Nebraska. Senior citizens on fixed incomes, single-family households, and low-income families are some of the more prevalent families that struggle from food insecurity. Food insecurity rates range from a low of 5.1% in Colfax County all the way up to 18.9% in Thurston County. And this is from the Feeding America website as well as Bauer at NET News. It is also said that people facing hunger are estimated to need $107,760,000 more dollars per year just to help their food income needs. These numbers sound really high, but the effects that these numbers have on people are even more serious. Food insecurity research article and health outcomes from November of 2015 was conducted by Craig Gunderson, who is a professor at the University of Illinois, and James Ziliak, an economics department chairman from the University of Kentucky. They found that diet-sensitive chronic diseases in adults, chronic illnesses in children, as well as behavioral problems in children can stem from food insecurity. The article Importance of Nutrition and Health in America from the Feeding America website this year also shares this information. The chronic diseases in adults include high blood pressure as well as diabetes. 58% of adults struggling with food insecurity have high blood pressure. 33% have diabetes. People tend to find themselves now facing if they're going to buy food or buy their medications. Kidney and eye disease, nerve damage, and heart disease are also common effects of food insecurity in adults. Illnesses in children include anxiety, anemia, and asthma. Young children can also suffer from developmental delays. And a few behavioral problems, hyperactivity and aggression, also stem from food insecurity. There are resources available to help combat this problem. One on the local level here in Hastings is called Food for Thought. It is a nonprofit organization that is made up of a leadership group from Hastings College. A few Hastings College students started it, and it's just continued to grow. They send food home with elementary students in the Hastings Public School District over the weekend. If you want to learn more about them, you can see their mission statement online at Food for Thought. Another resource available at the federal level is a federal aid support program called SNAP. It's a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also called food stamps more commonly. It allows so much money a month for families that need the nutritional assistance. Feeding America's article, What Hunger Looks Like in Nebraska, shows that 48% of households receiving these SNAP benefits are children. Their Map the Meal Gap study that they do showed that 44% of Nebraska residents that are food insecure are also ineligible to receive these federal nutrition assistance programs. By visiting your local Department of Health and Human Services website, you can find more information out. And lastly, the Summer Food Service Program is a resource available to children 18 and under from low-income families that can get food over the summer from local organizations at free of cost to them. A status report, Hunger Doesn't Take Vacation, by Dawit, Rosso, and Fitzsimmons of the Food and Research Action Center, found in July of this year that Nebraska is at a really low spot of 49 out of 50 states for participation in this program. They also found that Nebraska is one of 14 states serving these meals to only 1 of 10 children that receive free and reduced lunches during the regular school year. You can look at the status report online, and they go over a lot more in detail if you're looking for more information. In conclusion, food insecurity is happening right next door. Our state is struggling from an ever-growing problem. Statistics are on an upward trend, and the effects food insecurity has in our community are really sad. There are resources available. They're not enough. 1 in 9 people still struggle. 1 in 6 are children. If you're looking for more information, there's plenty of resources and articles available online. But if this is something that you want to change, the future starts with you. Thank you.
Good job, you did it.